offensive line, as a guy who has been a part of all 4 starts, I mean, how frustrating is that you guys can't really go to chemistry just because there's been so much change?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's tough, but it's not something we haven't done before. I've been the guy that's always come in, and it's just next man up mentality. I believe in all those guys that they can play. I believe in they can do it. I've played with them before in practice and stuff. It's tough, but we did this last 2 years, just rotating door. Injuries happen, so you got to be ready for the next man.
Well, was there a script for the first 2 drives of the game? It seems like you guys came out with a plan of attack and executed very sharply.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to establish the run for sure, and I think we did that at the beginning pretty well. We're really imposing our will on them early. I would definitely say just with the younger offensive line, typically get the ball out quick and run the ball. So I think we did that pretty efficiently at the beginning of the game there.
Like after all that Phil's kind of been through in these last couple of weeks, for him to get going there in that first half and then sustain that unfortunate injury, I mean, just how do you feel for him? How's his spirit right now, and what can you say about his effort today?
Yeah, his effort was phenomenal today. I thought Phil played a really good first half. Absolutely tragic what happened to him. I mean, all the guys, were pretty fired up about that. I didn't even see the hit at first, but once I saw it on the billboard, it really lit a fire under us. But I think that, I think Phil's mental's pretty good. I mean, he came and talked to us before, they took him, to go get looked at and stuff. I think, he's a fighter, man. He's a tough kid. I don't know what his time is going to be or whatnot. I have no idea what the injury is at this point. But I know he's going to do everything he can back out in the field with us. And no matter how the quarterback is, same thing, next man up mentality. So,
Blake, how would you assess pass protection tonight compared to the last 2 weeks?
I would say the offensive line played their tails off tonight. I don't, it wasn't perfect. It absolutely wasn't perfect. Too many quarterback hits, too many pressures. I take that on myself as a leader of this offensive line to, continue to strive for excellence. We don't want to give up any pressures. We want them, quarterbacks, Phil, Christian, whoever it is, to be back there comfortable as they can be. It wasn't good enough. So, that's something we really need to improve on and take forward as the weeks come.
Blake, how do you guys go about trying to cut down on these penalties that you had tonight?
Just focus. We have to have laser focus for all 4 quarters. You can't go out there and hurt yourself because, it's a lot of the time it's not even the other team, it's you. You can't hurt yourself, you can't inflict these penalties. I think, we just have to attack practice and games with, continued and increased mental focus all the way through. You can't get, you can't get lost and you can't, get in a daze. You have to stay locked in the entire game. So,
Blake, 1-3 is just something I'm sure no one on your team really envisioned at the start of the season. How do you guys regroup and just keep moving forward and make sure this season doesn't fall completely off the rails?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this: there's absolutely no quit in that locker room. That locker room's not going to give up. There's no matter who we play. It's next week. We move on. All we can do is focus on Virginia Tech now. That's next up on the schedule, and that's what we're going to work on. You can't guarantee outcomes. That's not exactly how we're going to start the season whatsoever. But I know that this team won't quit. No matter what, we're going to keep coming back every week battling.
Like when Phil went down, it seemed like there was some back and forth between you guys and North Carolina. It seemed like you guys were kind of sticking up for Phil. What was the emotion that you guys as a unit were feeling in that moment?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see it very first. I was a couple guys in my line of sight from the hit. But I think it was rage, man. I mean, that's our quarterback. I think if you don't have that type of emotion on your offensive line, then what do you really have? If you don't stick up for your teammate, for your brother, then what do you have? You don't have a team. You don't have any chemistry. So, I mean, no one did anything ridiculous, but I think it was at least good to see guys get fired up over it. I know I was pissed myself. I mean, that's like I said, really unfortunate. Not going to speak on anything that happened in terms of how the hit unfolded, but I just think it's really sad to see something like that happen always.
We'll take one more.
Is there a sense of defiance in the locker room with you guys? Hey, we're not this bad. We worked real hard to get to this point. We're not this 1-3, a 1-3 team.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it defiance. I would call it frustration. I think everyone knows, the capabilities we have on this team. I think we have a ton of talent on this team, no matter what the outcome is of every game. I think it just comes down to the little details. I mean, if you really break down this game, the last couple games, it's really come down to 5, 6, 7 plays that you can't make those mental errors, you can't make those physical errors. You have to stick to your techniques, and I think it's definitely frustration, but it's a good type of frustration. I think guys have a fire under their butt, and we want to keep going. Like we don't want to give up. This isn't a team to give up. Last 2 years, 20 wins. We don't lose. We don't want to lose. So that's something that's going to continue with us. We're never going to lose that fire.
Blake, thank you very much.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Blake.